Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is my review for Fallout. So before we get into the video, quick warning, I will be discussing spoilers in this video. I'm not going to be making an effort to avoid them. So if you have not seen the show, go watch it and then come back because I will probably spoil something for you that happens in the show. So if you've not seen the show, go watch it and come back. And yes, let's just get straight into it. So Fallout is a show that I've been very excited for since our first trailer came out. I'm familiar with the games. I haven't necessarily I think I've played a little bit of Fallout 4, but I'm familiar with the games as an IP, but not necessarily the story of them. I know about the vaults and the bombs and, you know, the sort of retro futuristic aesthetic and things like that. And I know the iconography, and again, I'm familiar with Fallout as a game. And so when I saw this trailer, I was very interested, and I was like, oh, they're doing a Fallout show. I didn't even know they were doing it until I saw the trailer, surprisingly, because usually I do know about this stuff. But yeah, so I saw the trailer, I was very excited, and then I was like, oh, but it's still a ways off. You know, the first trailer came out, I think, in January, and so all of a sudden, it was like April 10th or whatever, like it was like April 5th, and I was like, wait, Fallout comes out in a few days. And so I started to get really excited for it. And then another surprise, the episodes dropped and I didn't realize they were dropping as a binge. And I was like, oh my God, all 8 episodes are out. I thought it was going to be week to week, which I was a little bit disappointed by because I plan on covering the show on my channel week to week. But I guess, you know, glass half full situation. I got to binge the whole series in 2 days. And no surprise here, I loved it. I thought it was so good. It's such a great binge. Like, you know, the episodes were longer. They were like an hour each. And so I think in terms of like a business strategy, I think week to week would have been better, but it was such a fun binge, man. I had such a great time. I watched it over 2 days, and every time I stopped, like I watched like 3 episodes and then come back and watch like another one. So that's like 4 episodes a day. I think it was 3 days actually. I watched a couple episodes each day, right? Like 2 or 3 or 4 each day. And so, but every time I finished watching it for that day, I was like, okay, like I got other stuff to do now. I would just be thinking about it. I'd be like, I want to watch it again. Like I want to be back in that world. The show has such terrific world building for one. It is just so well crafted. It's so well written. It's, you know, visually it's stunning. It's stunningly visual. Honestly, visuals are stunning. I just said that 3 different ways, but the visuals are stunning. Like this is movie level quality, and the visual effects are great. Like, and even the suit that they use, like the metal suit, I forgot what it's called, like the armor or whatever, is that Maximus wears, is I think it's like practical mostly, and it looks terrific. And even the stuff that's not practical, the CGI looks incredible. And so I just wanted to be back in that world because they did such a fantastic job with world building, with establishing the different factions, like the Vaults, the Ghouls, the Enclave, the Brotherhood of Steel. I just really enjoyed it, and I thought it was just so fun, and I really was eager to get back into that world every single time every single time I stopped watching. I just thought visually it's fantastic. It was so well written. It really was. I mean, it was great. But the main thing I want to talk about, I think the standout from this show for me is Ella Purnell as Lucy. She, like, I've loved Ella Purnell for a while, like since I saw her in the first season of Yellow Jackets. I thought she was fantastic. And spoiler alert for Yellow Jackets, I was so disappointed as to what happened to her in the end of season 1 because no more Ella Purnell. But yeah, so I've been a fan of her since I watched that, and I saw she was in this, and I was thinking, that's like, she deserves this career level up. She is so talented, and in this she really brings it. Like, she's so charismatic, she's so fun to watch, and she's so funny too. Like, I was laughing so hard at some of her line deliveries, like when she's being, you know, held underwater by the ghoul, by Walt Goggins' character. She gets pulled up and she screams out, "Torture is wrong." She's so funny though. Her timing is so on, and she is great. And I think she's gonna have an amazing career in the future. I think this show's very much moving forward. Season 2. I think I don't know if it's officially been greenlit yet, but I know that it is very likely to happen. And I think that the response to this show has, again, overwhelmingly been positive, and also I'm hearing a lot of people talk about it, so I think it's going to have pretty great viewership, even though it's not week to week. I think it would have had amazing viewership if it was week to week, but again, it was just such a great binge. Like, there is such a relief to not having to wait a week for, you know, each episode, because a lot of these episodes do end on massive cliffhangers. Like the penultimate episode 7, ends on a huge cliffhanger, and I was like, thank fucking God that I can just press next episode and find out what happens instantly. But yeah, again, from a business standpoint though, week to week would have been better. But anyway, yeah, Ella Purnell, absolutely fantastic as Lucy. The way their vaults are established, also their outfits, like the vault dweller outfits, the blue and yellow, look fucking terrific. But yeah, it was so awesome to watch her be a fish out of water, be in the real world, and see her try to interact in ways in which she would in the vault, be friendly and cordial and polite and charismatic. But that's obviously clashes with the real world. But yeah, she was fantastic. Walt Goggins as the ghoul was fantastic. I loved seeing his past as well to explain the history of this world and of Vault Tech, and how the vaults were, manufactured, and how the idea was thought up, and the history of the Pip-Boy as well. But also with his family, and like sort of seeing that he slowly learning to not trust his wife in a way. I don't know. I found it amazing. The opening to the entire series as well, harkening back to that, is also incredible with the bombs dropping and his daughter Janie holding up the thumb. Like that actually was fucking heartbreaking to see, like this little girl just see this fucking catastrophe happen, and she holds up her thumb, and I think she says to him, "Is it your thumb or mine?" Because he explained that in the military or something, whenever there was an explosion, you would hold up your thumb. If it's bigger than your thumb, you would just die, but if it was smaller than your thumb, you can run. And she held up her thumb, and she said, "Is it your thumb or mine?" And oh my fucking God, that was like tragic, like really so sad. I don't know what happened to her. I'm very excited for season 2, by the way. If it does move forward, we will definitely get a lot of explaining as to what happened to his family, which I'm excited about. But yeah, Walt Goggins was fantastic. He was incredible as the ghoul as well, basically playing two characters, sort of like one in the past, one in the present, the same character overall. But it was very interesting to also see how he changed over the years, and what this world had done to him. And yeah, I just thought it was fantastic. I was expecting like Maximus, Lucy, and the ghoul to all team up and be like a trio throughout the series. But it was mostly just Lucy and Maximus as a team for a few episodes, and the ghoul sort of trailing them. But yeah, so I just thought that was great. I thought Maximus, the actor who plays him, I'm not sure of his name, but toward the first few episodes, I thought he was a bit off. Like, I don't know if the acting was weird or his delivery was strange. There was something off, but I don't know if either I got used to it or he improved throughout the series. But that issue sort of went away from me. So if I had to pick like a criticism of the series, I would say that would be one of them, is that the actor who plays Maximus was not the best in the first couple episodes. But the problem did fix itself, and I warmed up to him. But yeah, the whole show was great. I love the plot, I love the writing, I love the mystery sort of conspiracy aspect to the show as well that was happening with Lucy's brother, throughout the series. And I love the mystery with her father and her mother, and the way it concludes in the end is so fucking tragic. Her mother, being a ghoul on the table, is like, what the fuck? It's so messed up. The show was so much more messed up than I thought. There was so much gore in the show, so much tragedy, and it was just so fun to watch though. It really was. The music was amazing as well. There were so many incredible needle drops that happened that just brought so much joy to me. One specific one I'll say is when Maximus and Lucy are walking across the bridge, and they see these other two, and then she has the idea to, both raise their hands and walk to the side. And as they're doing that, there's this, I forgot what the song's called, but there's this music that plays, and it was an amazing needle drop, and I thought it was fantastic. Another great moment was at the end of episode 2 where Lucy decides to cut off the target's head, and then that song plays where it's like, the end of the world song, basically, is what he says in the start of it. But yeah, it was fantastic. The ending setting us up for season 2, watching Lucy choose to go with the ghoul, and they are teaming up. They are going to track her father for, 1, the ghoul to find his family, and 2, her to, track her father down and get more answers. But yeah, I thought overall it was great. The show had a lot of allegories for capitalism as well, which I didn't get into, but they were there. But anyway, the show was great. That was my review for the Fallout series. It's on Amazon now, streaming all 8 episodes. Go watch it if you have not. It's fantastic. It's one of the best shows of the year so far. That's it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the show. Did you watch it? Did you not? If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.